morning. Good morning. I hope everyone is doing well. Come on in. Come on in. I heard something this morning that is very disturbing, um, and people will gloss over it, but I heard it, and I'm like, wow, wow. I'm gonna get right to it. Y'all gonna learn. Y'all gonna get here early because if you don't get here early, you ain't gonna get it. So I'm gonna go ahead and say what I need to say right now. So you better come on in the room. So anyway, you all, somebody sent me a clip of Lemon's panel. I guess the panel happened last night. So they sent me a panel of Lemon, and it was Malik and all of the people on there. He had a lot of people, and they were doing their usual stuff. But around 317, the 317 mark was very concerning to me. And this is why I know Lemon might have a problem with drinking, and all ain't well where he at. I'm just gonna say it, all right? So at the 317 mark, I guess Lemon had a confrontation with a young man who lives in the neighborhood. Instead of Lemon taking it off camera or off mic, because they weren't on camera, they were on mic. So instead of taking it off mic, Lemon wanted to demonstrate his dominance, and he started arguing with the young man. And the young man was very apologetic at first. I guess the young man said Lemon is always drinking. And I guess Lemon is the neighborhood drunk. Because pretty much that's what the young man said, right? So Lemon took offense to that. The next thing you know, Lemon's talking about he gonna beat this man's butt and all of this. I mean, it was just over the top. I'm like, it was. I guess it was for the mic. So again, they have this dialogue, and it gets to the point now where Lemon is going to go beat the man behind. This is where it got real deep. The man said, "Don't you touch me, because you always touching people like that. You touched Eli. I don't know who Eli is, but Eli got touched, and they said you're weird and all of this touching and weird, and it just came off as, Lemon, what's wrong with you, and why do you have this mic on still?" And Lemon kept on saying, y'all do hard drugs, and somebody was foaming at the mouth and all of this stuff. So then the boy says, well, we got something planned for you. So the boy was very agitated, and this ain't no play now. We listening to this. The boy is very agitated. He's very agitated and don't want to be touched by Lemon. Now, Lemon, I don't know what you're going through in your neighborhood. I don't know what's going on, but number one, you need to go to rehab and you need to get dried out, because not only do you drink on your lives, but you're drinking in real life, because the man who is not a part of the beef sector, not a part of the programming, telling us that you get drunk. But that allegation of touching and being weird, and I don't know who Eli is, but because you touch Eli and you always touching people, and we got some for you, Lemon, I don't know what you're doing, but Lemon, no sir, no sir. And see, Lemon, this is the thing. This is why you trying to you trying to show your dominance and what a man you are and all of this stuff, and you weren't expecting that boy to say what he said on that camera, the audio piece. And now people are like, well, how did you touch the boy? How did you touch Eli? And he became very, very aggressive towards Lemon. It went from apologetic, I'm sorry, bruh, to don't you touch me. You always touching people. You touching everybody, and you're weird, and you touch Eli. I don't know who Eli is. But Lemon, you need to do something with that. And then they said they got some plan for you. So obviously you don't live in a good neighborhood because they got you. And then if people doing hard drugs and foaming at the mouth, that means that these people, they got something for you. Oh, Jesus. And you can't be mad at us in the beef sector because you done had this thing on your mind. Lolo, help your friend, Lolo. Now, Lolo, you's a good woman. You's a good woman, Lolo. Tell your friend to go to rehab and get some help. Because, baby, that was not a good look, Lolo. Oh, my God. Let me get help. And what I'm talking about today, I haven't called Lemon out of his name. I haven't said anything derogatory about Lemon. Only thing I'm telling you, Lemon, is what we heard on that audio. And it ain't good. It ain't a good look. I don't know how you touched that man, but it didn't sound good. I don't know who Eli is. I don't know if it's Eli Lilly, Eli Whitney. I don't know which Eli it is. But honey, somebody named Eli got touched. And your name is in the streets. And the man said you're weird. And everybody know you drinking. Oh, Jesus. What's wrong with y'all? Y'all don't have no sense. Oh, my God, and it bothers me. Ooh. What that boy said was extremely alarming. He said Lemon essayed him, and Lemon has done it to others in the neighborhood, too. He also said they had something planned for Lemon. I heard it, Karen. I'm just trying to keep it clean and sanitized. I'm just trying to keep it clean and sanitized. That boy said, you touch everybody, you weirdo. I heard it. I'm about sick of you. Girl, I'm telling you. He claimed Lemon. Y'all, I know. See, I'm trying to be real sanitized about this. But Lemon, that's on. Lemon, are you crazy? Not Karen. Karen, that's what I'm saying, Karen. Lolo act like she was easy Sunday morning. Like she ain't hear all that mess. Nobody ain't say nothing. Nobody ain't say nothing. I'm like, because I went to 317, and I'm like, first of all, I'm alarmed that Lemon getting ready to fight somebody. That's number one. I'm like, why you getting ready to fight somebody? But baby, way down, a little bit down the line, baby, that boy started talking. Baby, you know what? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I haven't seen everything, but the little piece I did see was very disturbing to me. And that boy was talking out of his soul. That boy was talking out of his spirit. You hear me? That boy was really angry. I don't know if these boys get doped up or what, but honey, for the mere fact somebody saying you touching them and doing stuff and calling you a weirdo and they got something planned for you and you can hear the realness, Karen. Karen! I'm like, what in the hell is going on? Like they ain't see nothing, they ain't hear nothing, you know. I'm like, It's something at 402. Is some at 402? Blue, let me go to 402 real quick. Blue, let me go to 402 real quick. Hold on for a minute, Blue. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to listen to a little bit more. I'm going to come back. This is terrible. Champagne. Champagne. Champagne for $20. What is going on? Oh, Jesus. Y'all, look. This ain't, people say too much. People be saying too much. So it seems to me that you ought to lick. Okay? It seems to me that you ought to lick because people bringing you alcohol. Child, this is a mess. This is a mess for God. And these people on the panel, let me tell you something. Them people on the panel ain't your friend, Lemon. Because if you really had a friend on that panel, they would have said, Lemon, you need to cut this panel right now. Because it was too much said. And what that boy said was very, very damaging. Y'all sitting up there acting like nothing ain't going on. Are you serious? That boy, did y'all hear what that boy said? Did y'all hear what that boy said? And now you're going to try to act like they druggies and all that stuff. Okay, you know what? Let me know. The sad part about it is, though, if they're druggies, then they're probably more vulnerable to SA and other stuff because it's only addiction. Baby, you ain't see New Jack City when that man was on that crack and that man said, I'll give you fellatio for $20 if you want to get his crack. Okay, so people on drugs do strange things for change. So don't act like, and let me tell you something too. I'm not an uppity fan. I'm not an uppity fan. But for the mere fact that you letting people drop uppity for money, let me tell y'all something. I don't know how you all get on these people's panels when folks will allow you to be dropped for money. Now, at one point, I thought, that's cool. I'm gonna do that. No, it never took flight. But y'all sit on there and let that man disrespect y'all. And it seems like Lemon has an issue because he don't have control of his life, so he try to control other people's lives. A, on this YouTube apparatus, and B, these boys who drug heads, but yet why they buy champagne, and it don't make no sense. Pastor, they are on drugs. They will do anything to get money. He dropped uppity for 5, but the uppity keep on going over there. Baby, Lemon, let me say this to you, Lemon, and I'm being real with you. Because, honey, Eli was telling your business, or whoever that boy is. But Lemon, you you doing too much. And them boys, Lemon, listen to me. Listen to me. You have a reputation in your neighborhood. The boy already said that everybody know who you are. The boy is saying that everybody know you always want to be touching people. And it's weird. Lemon, it's not something I'm making up. Lemon, it is not something that I'm making up. I heard it. I heard it on your vlog. And what get me, not what gets me, but what get me is they up there acting like nothing ain't happened. Baby, if I was on that panel, I'm like, how he touched? I would have been like, what? How you touch Eli? What is weird about them touches? What kind of touches? See, y'all don't be asking them who, what, when, where, how, and why questions. But baby, when that boy said you be touching people and you weird, and he kept on going off, and then and it seems like Lemon uses his um big size as dominance, like he in prison or something. Like he in prison or something. You know what I'm saying? Like he Fleece Johnson. I like you and I want you. You can either do this the easy way or the hard way. Okay, you giving Fleece Johnson the booty bandit. Okay, because I was like, what? And nobody ain't say nothing about it. Ain't nobody say nothing about it. He was giving booty bandit team. And if you ain't seen the booty bandit, you need to go see Fleece Johnson, Kentucky State Prison. He said, when I see them boys come through there, and if I see one I like, I point them out. I said, look, I like you and I want you. You can either do this the easy way or the hard way. Baby, you was giving very much Fleece Johnson. And see, these people ain't that hard in Sacramento. Okay, you know they suburban hard. They ain't Miami hard. Okay, they ain't Oakland hard. They ain't hard like that. See, they that suburban kind of on the fringe is hard. You know what I'm saying? They don't know because Lemon would have got his head beat into the white meat had he done that in Miami. Baby, somebody, mama or daddy would have been at the door. But these suburban children, that ain't the real hood there. They just do drugs. That ain't the real hood. Because if it was real hood, somebody would have had him already. According to Eli's story. My God, today. Oh, even worse. Okay, I tell you what. He wouldn't be messing with none of them moms, honey, because them Asian moms would have him good. Baby! Child, he living for child. You said it all. You said Fresno. If you ever been to Fresno, child, you know, child, he probably live off of Blackstone. Lord have mercy, off of Blackstone. My God, today. My God, today. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. Off of Blackstone. Okay, nobody ain't playing that. And everybody know Fresno is depressed. If you ain't working the fields over there for Sunmaid, you ain't hollering. If you ain't working in them fields, if you ain't working at the hospital or Fresno State University, you know you ain't doing that. Because it ain't nothing in Fresno. No wonder Lemon always drinking and on the porch and depressed. He live in Fresno. You know your city is bad when they trying to send other people out to other cities so they can leave the city. Child, I thought, baby, I was gonna give him Sacramento. You would have been better in Sacramento. You said Fresno, child. Mm-mm. And I mean, you know what? Lemon knew what he was doing, but what Lemon did not expect was that man and the thing is, y'all, did Lemon know what that man said? Did Lemon know what that man said? Or was he drunk? Because that man said some incriminating stuff against you, Lemon, and that man don't know you. I mean, he don't know us. That was some real stuff. That man was pissed because you touched him, and he talking about Eli. And then for the mere fact that you bringing people in your house who foaming at the mouth on drugs, and you got acquaintance with these people who doing it, and they tend to go to your house to give you things because you give them money. It ain't a good look. It look like you taking advantage. It looks like you exploiting. Now, what you exploiting, I don't know, but it's sounding very close to something that ain't good because that boy was telling it, Lemon, and then Lolo them acting like, and I love some Lolo. So baby, they was acting like they was easy Sunday morning up there with Malik and them, like they ain't hear that. Okay, I'm like, did y'all not hear that? And see, let me tell y'all something. Now I'm really getting ready to get mad now. There's people like Lemon who don't identify as gay, don't identify. Now, I'm not saying that he ain't, but he don't identify. And then it's people like Olivia who will come after the community for a person like Lemon. And it's the Lemons of the world who piss me off because that kind of behavior, they always trying to attach on gay folk. Gay folk don't have to be predatory because we already know what we do. And if you coming over there, baby, it's because you coming over. But you trying to play this role, and this boy is calling your tea. He is spilling your tea on the ground. And this is the part I can't stand. Because Lemon will call somebody a yag in a minute. And then get this pseudo testosterone and this hyper masculinity up. But in reality, you are Fleece Johnson, the booty bandit over here. You the booty bandit of Fresno, according to this young man. Because you touching people and he called you a weirdo. Now, I am not making this up. This is what was on video. This was on video. Anyway. It went on a good while, but it seems he realized he was on live, so he muted it. God only knows what the boy said. Child, honey, it's giving diddiness. It's giving diddiness. It's giving very diddy. It's giving very diddy. It's giving Fleece Johnson and Diddy. It's giving more Fleece Johnson than anything. Because again, Lemon is probably much bigger than these boys. Or whatever they are. So is it me? Y'all, do y'all think I'm overreacting? If you think I'm overreacting, put a 1 in the room. If you think that I'm not overreacting, put a 2 in the room. Am I overreacting? Put a 1 in the room. If do I have alarm? Put 2 in the room. And my thing is this: Lemon, go get help with your drinking. You always touching us. Did y'all hear that? You always touching us. Let me go get help. Lemon, go get help with your drinking because that drinking is doing some things to you. And I don't know when you drunk. I don't know. And like I said, Lemon, that ain't no play stuff right there. That boy said some stuff. And even though he may be on drugs, like you say, that makes it even worse because he may not even be in the right frame of mind when people touching him. See, that's the thing, Lemon. This ain't no saying that this is a person who may have an addiction. Y'all all got addiction. And I don't know why you get mad at him if he was a hardcore drug user and you an alcoholic, then both of y'all got issues. And he said that too. He was letting you know about your drug habit and what it does. Y'all sat right on up there. Y'all sat right on up there and act like y'all didn't hear what. Okay, I'm gonna drop this link. Baby, and let me say this. Let me say this, y'all. I'm serious. I'm serious. This stuff right here, this, baby, this is stuff like, baby, the girls are not well. The girls are not well. They doing alcohol. They booty bandits. What is going on? What's up, Vivian? Vivian, why you on the phone with your toothbrush? What's going on?
I need to let
Yeah,
people know.
Vivian.
I need to
Girl,
let
I
people
know we
know
have
that
to
I
brush your
cleaned my
teeth.
mouth. I
Okay,
cleaned
girl,
my
you
teeth.
coming on
Brush
here?
your teeth. Brush your teeth.
Okay.
But listen, Jay, I got a question for you. Why would this Negro leader incriminating evidence up? The way these people dox folks, anybody can send that
Vivian.
to the police. Just saying. I'm on mute.
Vivian, I would have deleted that. First of all, I ain't no booty bandit. Number one, that's number one. Number two, ain't nobody in the neighborhood talking about something. You always touching us. You always touching us. Cause the only person who I'm touching, okay, hey, we together. But when I was single, baby, if people was getting touched, it's because they wanted to, not because I was forcing them. But I don't know why. And he got it up. And Lolo them ain't asking to take it down. The other night he was asking about buying weed on his live pastor. Let me tell you something, Lemon. Baby, you look, Lemon, you giving people ammunition to take you down. I don't
Jay,
know
this
what's
sound
going
like
on
some
with you.
African. This sound like some African Bambaataa stuff. Now, suppose that
Mm,
boy turned into Hassan Campbell and on here and start out and limit and get interviews with everybody in the neighborhood. I'm just asking. I'll go on mute.
mm, mm. I don't know what it is, Vivian. It don't look good. And I like I said, hey, what's up, back chat? Oh, you back chat. Okay. This is what I don't understand, Vivian. Hold on for a minute. Pastor, did you catch the grown woman over talking him to make sure we didn't hear that ish? Child, that's another thing people was talking about. And I really don't want no look. Oh, I'm sorry, back chat. Let me take you down. Um, uh, uh, let me say this. Let me say this. Let me say this. I like Lolo, but you don't cover up stuff like this. And see, this is what happened when you idolize people. And can I say this? Oh, I'm getting ready to get deep now. This is what happened with these preachers. People idolize these preachers so much that they let them get away with all of this wrongdoing. They let them get away with all of this wrongdoing. All of this wrongdoing. They let them get away with. And then after a while, it gets on the news, and then everybody talking about something. I ain't know my pastor. No. And again, you cannot enable this stuff. But let me tell you something. They do what they want, but that stuff is out there. Okay, Jehovah Witness, we gonna get to Tommy later. Tommy ain't really the focus right now, Jehovah Witness. We got bigger fish to fry right now. Let me say this now. This is in all sincereness. Let me go get help. Go get help. Go see a therapist. You really need to go see a therapist. And I'm not lying. Now you can sit up here, you can cuss me out all day and all night tonight. I don't really care. I don't really care. But Lemon, this stuff is not entertainment. This stuff is you got a problem. This little boy or teenager or 20-year-old is sir.
No, my thing is stop blaming a victim. If the man's a victim, why you want victim blame and shame? He on drugs. Everybody know he a
Well,
drug
yeah,
addict.
but that's what we do, Vivian. But my thing is, Lemon is on here, and let me tell you something. And I'm telling Lemon to go get help with whatever got going on in his life and this drinking, because he's gonna be in a world of trouble because people are right. Folk heard this. Now, Lemon, I don't know you from a can of paint. But, baby, if these people will call the Humane Society on Rico for punching the cat, if these people will call on Uppity, baby, you know they don't have no problem coming for you. Lemon, you need to, I don't believe that the people who on that panel, I don't believe y'all let that man stay up there and keep that video public.
Bro Jay,
I don't believe y'all did
I am
that.
surprised. I am surprised nobody has called the police station already and sent them the time mark, the
It's
minute time.
crazy. It's crazy. And you're right, Vivian. I don't know what our boy got on drugs, but nobody should be taking advantage of people who have addictions and all of this stuff. And the thing is, Lemon, more than likely it doesn't happen to you, and that's why you're doing it to others. I don't know. But that boy clearly said you touch everybody. And he said some other stuff. And then all of a sudden, like you said, I didn't really want to go there, but people was trying to overtalk so you couldn't hear. But baby, it was already out. It's already out. 3 hours and 17 minutes. And then, y'all, I was so disturbed, I didn't even get to hear the rest. These people stayed on for another hour after that. I would have been in the back chat saying, Lemon, you need to shut this down. Lemon, you need to shut this down. And then I would have said, hey, Lemon, give me a call. Because I would have said, hey, Lemon, I don't know what's going on in your neighborhood, but number one, Lemon, you need to chill out. That wasn't a good look because that man said you touching him. And that man sounded like he was serious that you was touching people, and everybody in the neighborhood know like you got a reputation, Lemon, and you need to watch that, and you need to go get some help for that, and you need to stop drinking. And that's how it started because the man was picking on him drinking. Now, did I hear wrong, y'all? Look. I don't. Did I hear wrong? Did I hear wrong? Did you all hear what I heard? I just want to know because I know people will say Jay Wilson overreacted. Jay Wilson doing this and this. He can't stand Lemon. No, I don't know Lemon. But this right here, if I was on your platform, sir, I would have said, Lemon, you need to get off and you need to take this off because this is going to cause problems down the line for you.
Again, Jay, they called the
I heard
police.
S.A. Pastor, that boy was going off.
Listen,
I heard
Jay.
it all. It was really bad. Go
Then
ahead.
you done heard people call the police on people to tell them where folks staying at a hotel room. We talk about children. I'm surprised somebody ain't called and gave the police and the prosecutors a daggone minute mark. And I'm not saying do that, but what I'm telling Lemon is he needs to take it down.
Now, I don't know those boys' ages. We don't know if they're in their early 20s because just because they sound young, we don't know ages. So I'm not trying to
But Jay, I'm not
yeah,
saying,
I don't know
but I'm
ages.
saying, Jay, but what I'm saying, we don't know the ages, but I'm saying people have been concerned for less on here and did that. And
Yeah, but yeah, Vivian, but
nobody
I'm just,
and
yeah,
nobody
but I'm just,
taking
yeah,
and
but
nobody
I'm just,
taking him serious on the panel. That's even worse.
yeah, but I'm just answering that question. I'm not. It doesn't matter if it's an age or not. If some, see, let me get to the bottom line. If somebody don't want to be touched, you don't touch them. You can lose a job for casually putting your hands on somebody's shoulder if they don't want to be touched because it could be seen as unwanted advancement or something. That's in the workplace. So I get what it don't matter the age. The man didn't want to be touched. And he did call that man Michael Jackson. And the man got a little touched. Now, then it brings up to the point, that man without no shirt,
Wait a
Lemon,
minute. I have
when you was
another
over there
question.
at his, hold on, Vivian, that man over Lemon house without no shirt, looks very young. Okay, that's when I thought Lemon didn't have no the baby they ain't had no dresses to pull out, honey. The dresses fronts was missing, and he was over that man house. So now people gonna start saying, "Oh, okay, we see this because Lemon, you hear that really well, but now this man done spilled your tea." Go ahead, Vivian.
So my other question is, there was an accusation of him buying alcohol for underage children, underage people. That in itself is disturbing.
Mm. They are young, and I bet they are small frame. Lemon show a boy too on camera before child. Child. And then this is what get me, and I'm gonna say this again. Y'all always coming for the community, but see, Lemon ain't part of the community. Lemon don't want no part of the community. Lemon straight. Lemon straight. So again, when all of this junk comes out, Lemon don't belong to the community. Lemon belongs to Lemon. So don't come up here and say all of these gays and all of this, because Lemon ain't. And this is what I have been railing about. All these men sleeping with men, but they ain't gay. We know they are, but don't put that on us because that ain't us. Oh, that bothers me. And the sad part about it, y'all, it was so real, it was so raw, it was not manufactured. That was organic. Lemon started picking at that boy because Lemon felt some kind of way. He felt like King Kong. He felt like he was invincible after he done let um what's her name up and down, and he talking big mess. Now he want to show us how much a man he is with this little boy, and then you start messing with this boy, and this boy spilled your tea. And now you looking like Felice Johnson, the booty band, and having an old nasty piece of Diddy party over there. And I mean, it don't look good. And this is not something that we make up, Lemon. We are hearing it, and you still got that damn video up. And you know Pizarro is from Florida. Because, baby, if you would have did this in Miami, hell, if you would have did this in Orlando or Jacksonville, baby, somebody would have had you right there. You would have been got, okay, before the sun went down. And the man called you a weirdo. And you drank all the time. So not only do you drink all the time on camera, you're drinking all the time in real life. These people, the girls are not well. The girls are not
Again, this
well.
is giving African Bambaataa teas. African Bambaataa teas.
So anyway, you all, and let me say this. I'm tired of y'all alcoholics. I'm tired of y'all alcoholics. You got Castro and Tommy drinking. Alcoholics. Baby, this alcoholic spirit is no joke. And let me say this. Let me say this too. Y'all up there talking about hard drugs. This alcohol tea is making y'all real crazy. Real crazy. Oh my God. All right. Somebody said, I wonder why Lemon don't have I don't know. Maybe I don't know. And let me say this. I am not here to cover Lemon. Pastor, didn't he see that lady YouTube threaten that man because he was trying to talk to her daughter in Sarasota, Florida? Is about mm. Lemon, 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 lemon. This is real life. Lemon, this is real life. This ain't YouTube entertainment. This is real life. Somebody just accused you of SA. Somebody just accused you of SA, not with only them, but with the whole neighborhood, Lemon. And then Lemon, it didn't look good because you seemed like you was bullying that young man. And it turned and it fired back on you. Now look, you need to get help. Those people who sit on your panel, everybody ain't your friend. Everybody ain't your friend, Lemon. And if you get this, and if you see this, please go take that video down and pray to God that nobody don't get with you. And then the thing is, I don't want you to cover it up.
Jay,
I
I'm
want you to go
dropping
get help.
down. Jay, I'm
Okay.
dropping
I
down
want you to
because I'm
go get.
about to
Okay.
go and lay
Okay.
on the couch. I gotta dismantle this. Ugh,
Okay.
y'all be
I want you
good.
to go get help. I want you to go get help. I want you to go get help. And for the people, and let me say this, for the people who support Lemon, if you really like Lemon, like you say you like Lemon, and if you really are who you say you are, tell Lemon to go get some help. Tell Lemon to go get some help with the drinking and his childhood trauma or whatever is going on with his life. That's what you can do. That's the best thing you could do. But encouraging this activity, that ain't good. And the only thing I'm saying is this is what we heard. That boy sounded hurt and strung out. And I mean, and I'm like, damn. And then everybody just act like they ain't hear nothing. I'm like, Lemon, are those allegations true? That's the first thing I would have said. Are those allegations true, Lemon? Is this man telling the truth? Nobody ain't say nothing. They just kept on going. They just kept on going. And I'm like, y'all didn't hear all of that interaction? Y'all didn't hear all of that going back and forth with what that man said? And then I'm more concerned about Lemon's safety now because that man said they got plans for you. And I don't know what those plans are, but they got plans for you. Child. Hmm. Pizza was the only one to ask Pastor. Lemon was beating around the bush. That boy said, we got plans. Baby, I heard it. I heard it. And you know what? Y'all can say what y'all want about pizza. Sometimes I don't see it for pizza. Sometimes pizza don't see it for me, especially when it comes to voting. I ain't gonna get into that right now, but one thing I will say is pizza gonna ask the questions. Pizza gonna ask the questions. Lemon, how do you justify this? How do you explain that? And again, don't get mad at people for bringing it up because it was on YouTube. You thought you was gonna be cute and bully that boy. You thought you was gonna be cute and try to show how much of a man you are by bullying that boy, but you didn't count on that boy striking back and telling your tea and telling your tea because honey, he told your tea. And I'm gonna tell you how it sounds. It sounds like you are a booty bandit. It sounds like you see that house over there. Don't you go over to that house right there. Don't you even speak to that person. It's giving that kind of tease, Lemon. It's giving that kind of tease. And I know what I heard. And the people know what they heard. And the people say, I'm not overreacting. The people say it was disturbing to hear that young man. And then what's even more disturbing is, Lemon, you're trying to shame them for being on drugs. But the sad part about it is if they're on drugs, then they're more vulnerable to advances. If they're on drugs, they're more vulnerable to do things that they would never do if they had their right mind. But on drugs, they would do it. So my thing is, Lemon, that ain't a read. That ain't a read. It really isn't a read. Because, again, I feel sorry for the people on drugs, but the boy is right. You can't sit here and talk about I'm on drugs, but you drank every day. And the boy pretty much said, you can't call me out and you sit here and drink every day. And you got mad because of that, and then you want to go handle that boy. You called him Michael Jackson. And you said a whole lot of other stuff. But, baby, he read you down for your life. And he read you down with truth. That's the thing. Jehovah's Witness say, "Oh my God, I just listened to the clips." Those are kids. Mm. That might be, they might be on drugs because of the trauma in the situation. One can't talk about the other. It's very strange for a few. I agree with you on that. When someone tells you, he gives them money, he drinks and smokes with them. And I'm saying this right before the junk hits the fan. Lemon is not a part of the community. So do not group him with gay men. The first thing I don't want to hear is all these gay men. No, this is a man who sleeps with a man. They have a definition for that. Now, Lemon may be gay, but he does not identify. So if you don't identify, it don't apply. So don't put him in that category because I know people will jump to it. So please don't put him in that category. And I'm not saying we got people who don't do that, but baby, this is the beef sector. And Lemon is in his own category right now. And that's all I'm saying about that. Because Lemon adamantly denies that he ain't gay. He adamantly denies that he don't sleep with men. He don't do that. But yet this man is saying that you touching him. You touching him. And you touching everybody in the community. He kept calling Eli to confirm the boy was high, and Eli said, "I just got him some perks, so he high." Child, my God, today. Me neither. The child, look. Okay, let's go to Tommy. No, I haven't seen Tommy. Tommy is another person, y'all. Please pray for Tommy because Tommy has been drinking all this week. Tommy has been drinking from Monday through Friday. Tommy's days off. Tommy had a whole week off. Tommy had a whole week off. And Tommy done drunk Monday through Friday. Monday through Friday. All you see is that blue and silver can. And whatever Tommy say about me, God bless him. I want you to get help, Tommy. You got a sickness too, and it's called alcohol. And I'm seeing you and Lemon. And now, like I said, you like abuse. You sitting up there with Castro. You abusive. Castro like abuse. Castro sneaky. Y'all alcoholics. Y'all sitting up in that apartment looking like it's hot as hell and it smell like feet and corn chips up in that apartment. That mattress is giving an old nasty piece of gangster lean. Okay, y'all got trash and stuff all over the floor. Okay, it looks very unsanitary. You don't have nothing to say to me because A, my house is clean. I'm sober minded, and I'm not drunk. And I'm tired of y'all alcoholics trying to comfort folk and then not remember what y'all said the next day. Don't argue with an alcoholic. Lord Jesus, don't argue with an alcoholic because they ain't going to ever remember what you said. Y'all pray for Tommy. Pray for Tommy. Tommy, please keep him and Castro in your prayers. I'm to the point now where it is what it is. You say what you want. I don't even care. I don't even care because I don't think you getting drunk every night is entertainment. It's a cry for help. It's a cry for help. And when you letting a dough hit you in the head, you need help. Ain't no way a dough should be hitting you in the head. All you got to do is open the door. Why your head hitting the dough? Baby, I'm just so tired of these folks. Pastor, when you have time, see Tommy live from last night. I know my name in the title. I don't care. I don't care, Jehovah's Witness. I don't really care. I don't care. All people want Jehovah's Witness is your attention. And I'm tired. And I'm tired of giving people my attention. Y'all can go over there and watch it. I don't have time for it. I got better things to do. I can't listen to YouTube camera. Let me say this. Ask YouTube camera to ask Lemon about that young man saying that he touched him. Could somebody please go over there and do that for me and see what the response is? Oh, he tried to fight Tommy. I'm going over there then. I'll go on over there. What is the timestamp? I mean, I'm serious. I ain't mad that YouTube camera is on right now, but ask him some questions. Ask him some questions. Ask him some questions about that boy and what that boy was saying. Because obviously, Pizarro is the only one who had a backbone to do it. You said the timestamp is 14:30. Let me go to 14:30. I'll be right back. Y'all, I'll be right back. Somebody go ask. Somebody go ask. Child, Tommy, you was about to get your ass kicked. Baby, that boy came back a second time and you backed up from that door. And Tommy, why you got them hee haw jean shorts? Child, let me stop. Let me stop. How you gonna have some Nike and some hee haw jean shorts on? Okay, honey, baby. Let me tell you, and them some hard bricks, Tommy. And them some hard bricks. That boy looked like he was coming back to pop you in your jaw. Oh my God. YouTube ain't gonna ask that okay, Pastor, she don't wanna be in the mess. No, 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 that's the problem. That's the problem right there. That's the problem right there. That's the problem right there. He definitely wants your attention, Jay. He says it all the time. Yeah, uh-huh. Uh-huh. Tommy, I'm just saying you need to get off that alcohol later on that. Child. Mm, child, that boy looked like he was about to beat Tommy behind. Pastor said, Cruiser, you lied on her. She went in addressed it. Child, I saw that. I don't care about that. I don't care about that. That's gone. That's finished. It is what it is. See, this is the thing about that. I don't bother Cruiser anymore. I leave Cruiser the hell alone. Okay? Again, Cruiser to me can't be trusted, and so I can't trust you, and I leave you alone. See, that's the problem. You all keep on messing with people that you can't trust. And so I can't trust Cruiser. I don't say anything to Cruiser. I don't have any contact with Cruiser. I don't talk to Cruiser. The only time I went over there is because I wanted to hear what she had to say. And let me say this. At the end of the day, I didn't say anything. Deanna Irvin pointed out that she threw her friend Vonnie Vaughn under the bus. Deanna Irving pointed that out. Olivia the Oracle pointed out that she was sensitive because she wasn't talking about her. And Food Junkie pointed that out. So anyway, I don't do Cruiser. I'm not going to spend my whole day doing that. I'm done with it. That's all I got to say about it. Moving right along. Tommy, get help. That's all I can say, Tommy. Get help. If you really respect me, then you need to get help with that drinking. Because you have been drinking the whole week. Even when you answered the door for the boy, you still had a can in your hand. All right, moving right along. Lemon, get help. Hold on. I'm gonna go to YouTube camera right now. Hold on for a minute. Why is Lemon in these people business like that? Why is Lemon in these people business like that? Why are these people in this man? So first of all, Lemon, you are too involved in these young men's lives, and it's not positive. Child, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. That man said what he said. That man said what he said. That man said you touches everybody. I don't know who Eli is, and they said they got something for you. You keep and Lemon. Why are you? First of all, why would you even try to embarrass that man in front of these people on YouTube? You thought you had a clear shot to embarrass that man, and that man backed it up. So Lemon is claiming that Michael Jackson got hit by somebody's daddy because he was talking to somebody's son. Child, that right there is enough to say, "Oh, I'm out of this." Child, we don't know. We don't. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna go watch YouTube camera again. But anyway, it's sad. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Y'all. So now, hold on. Now they're trying to say that what we heard isn't real. Now they're trying to say what we heard on Lemon's video wasn't true. Michael said Lemon said that Michael Jackson got beat up, that man's father, because he acted inappropriately towards a child. I can't stand YouTube camera fake tell. Now she coaching him on what child look, YouTube camera, y'all do what y'all want to do. I know what I heard on that video. Y'all can try to clean it up, whether that man is a nuisance or not. That man said what he said. We heard it on that. We heard it. And what you're not going to do is tell us we didn't hear what we heard. We didn't hear what we heard. Lemon always backpedaling and pussy popping. He always doing that. When that app was found on that phone, it wasn't there. He was there for a little bit. Okay. All right. All right. Always doing that. I'm telling you. Now, I understand why people think y'all male identified. But now, y'all ain't male identified. Y'all hiding predators. Y'all hiding people who prey on folks. Let me say this. Even if Lemon did not do that to that young man, hypothetically, was the mere fact that he bullied that young man, calling him Michael Jackson, and was going to beat him up, tells me all that I need to know of what type of person Lemon is. All that man did was call Lemon an alcoholic. And that warranted all of that? No, we ain't. I heard what I heard, baby. YouTube camera, go with somebody who don't know no better. Y'all silly. Y'all are silly, and it seems we know what we heard. We know what we heard. People trying to act like we didn't hear what we heard. They trying to act like we didn't hear that whole conversation and that dialogue. I heard what I heard. Now Lemon trying to explain it away. Child, now they trying to explain it away. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. See, the bottom line is they should be saying, Lemon, you need to get help. Because one thing we can take from this video, if it's true or not, is that you drink a lot. And it seems like this drinking is causing you some due stress. So you drink a lot, Lemon. That's number one. And you might need to tone down on that drinking. That's number one. Number two, you are a bully. Even if you may not be a predator, you are a bully. Mm-mm. I heard what I heard. I hear him over there trying to explain about that boy and Eli. But what about the other people, Lemon? Now they saying it was a play. It wasn't no play. It wasn't no play. Hold on for a minute. Lemon is lying. To me, it's only 5. Mm-hmm. Look, YouTube camera. Let me say this, girl. Look, YouTube camera. Go listen to the tape. Go listen to it. Let me tell you something. Somebody sent me this because people know I don't want no fool, but they sent me the tape. Go listen to the tape. Go listen to the video. Lemon, you should have taken that down because you're trying to now explain it away. But that boy says you touch everybody. And did Eli get hit in the head? Oh, that man? Because, I mean, and then you want to say that they druggies and they're drug addicts, but then why are you hanging with them? And why do they know you so well? I don't know drug addicts like that. Somebody tell Lemon come over here so I can ask some questions. No, he ain't gonna come over here. But tell him come over here because I got some questions. Pastor, are you listening to her? She just asked him why was the word SA being used. Child, she just dragging along. Tell them to come over here. I asked him some questions. Because, baby, what the YouTube camera is doing is playing. We heard what we heard. We heard what we heard. And I was just baffled that no one on that panel didn't question them on what they heard. Because everybody heard it. Everybody heard it. She just told him that they said they had something for him. Child. Well, let me say this. All I know is, Lemon, you need to get help. Now, I'm not going to sit here and baby you. Lemon, you are alcoholic. You need to get help. You really need to get help because now it seems like this alcohol is impairing your judgment. And Lemon, the people calling you a weirdo, and they say they're going to get you. I don't know how they're going to get you, but that boy seemed very upset. It don't seem like no play. That boy seemed like he was pissed off because you tried to come at him, and he told your stuff. And that boy may not have known you were taping or not, but he told your stuff. And now you trying to explain it away. But he said he's not the only person. It seems like the whole neighborhood know who you are. Why are you bringing these people into your apartment? If the man was foaming at the mouth, you should have called 911. Why are you bringing these people in your apartment? Why do you people coming to you for money and stuff? Now he said the man is schizophrenic and does crystal meth and wasn't talking about him, and she right there eating up his lies. Child, by you know, Lemon, it's not helping your case because if these guys really have these problems, then they're more susceptible and vulnerable to being taken advantage of and being exploited. And why are you dealing with people who own crystal meth and schizophrenic, Lemon? Oh my God. 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 Let me say this. Lemon is in his own category. Please do not put this man in the LGBTQIA community. He is not. He doesn't admit it. He is a man who sleep with men. Just clear and fact. This is terrible. I want him to come over here because I got questions. Past, he just said that he can bring the man back over there. Eli is the dope deal. Let me say this, y'all. Rodney, you heard the timestamp? Let me say this, y'all. This is nothing but a cleanup. This is, honey, this is Olivia Pope situation now. We're trying to be Olivia Pope because we probably was too drunk to understand what the implications were. We were probably too drunk to know what we were saying. And now the shit has hit the fan this morning. And now we up here trying to clean it up. But honey, you was giving Fleece Johnson the booty bandit over here. And my thing is the more you try to put down those men, the worse you look because those men at that state would do anything to get their next hit. And it seems like easy prey. Them is saying now that the Bay on drugs and we misconstructed what was said, but I heard what baby, I heard what I heard. He said they do hard drugs. So so now we're blaming him. Okay, so the man does perks and he's a drug addict. But that man said what he said. The man said what he said. The man said you touch everybody. The man was talking some stuff. The man said what he said. He said you are a weirdo and they got something planned for you. That didn't sound made up to me. Nobody don't got nothing mixed up. They mixed up. Yo, let me tell you something. I'm so tired of these people. These people act like they done took logic and reasoning. Baby, the man said what he said. The man said what he said. The man said what he said. Oh my God. These people are, oh my God, they, oh, unbelievable. Unbelievable. The man said, you are a weirdo. You have touched people. Eli, he was going in. He was letting have. He was letting have. What part of, I don't want you to touch me like that, and you're a weirdo, and we got something for you? What part of that y'all didn't get? What part of that? That don't sound like romper room to me. That sounds like some real, I'm pissed off at you. You better leave me the hell alone type stuff. That sounds like somebody bullying. You calling that man Michael Jackson. First of all, right there, that's inappropriate. Because the man name ain't Michael Jackson. And then you proceed to bully the man and say you're going to beat his ass. We're hearing this. And then when you go and try to approach the man, he say, don't touch me like that. And then he spills your tea. What complication is there? Child. And then what get me was the people on the panel saying turn on the camera. I wish you would have turned on the camera. Because we really got in serious context. Because I bet the boy was small frame. Child, these people crazy. Honey, these girls are not well. These girls are not well. Mm, mm. Baby, they'll defend them to the end. Yeah, she limit space, honey, because Pizarro asked that question. I'm reading these comments, y'all. He ain't coming over. He ain't coming over here. He ain't coming over here. He ain't coming over here. Let me tell you something. Y'all cannot explain this away. Lemon has a problem with alcohol, period. That's number one. Lemon is a bully, number two. And Lemon has been accused. Now, I'm not saying he did, but he has been accused of touching people inappropriately. Number three, he's been accused of that. And it's on audio. It's not somebody saying, I saw. No, we are hearing this in real time. We're hearing this recorded, but it was done in real time. Hold on for a minute. Child, they trying to explain it away. They trying to explain it away. YouTube camera girl, I see you. I see you the long way, sis. I see you the long way. I see you. I see you. My thing is this: you trying to be Olivia Pope, honey? You trying to be the fixer? Okay, we see you, baby. That boy said what he said. He said what he said. And did you not go to 402? So I went to the 4 minute mark, and Lemon talking about how they trying to get him alcohol and all of that stuff. So again, Lemon, you're interacting with these people on a daily. It's not like it's a one off. You trying to act like this is the first time this happened. No, this stuff has been going on because you know these people and they know you. They know you to the point where they know who you are. So stop trying to play games. And I don't give a damn what they saying. You digging yourself deep in the hole. What your friend should have told you is take that damn video off. Because you was probably too drunk to know what you did. And then you up here trying to fight the man, and you got your tail handed to you when he spilled your tea. So what? Because they drug addicts. That doesn't justify what the man said. Yes, they may be drug addicts, but he don't realize that makes them even more susceptible to advances because they are at a weakened state. So that ain't helping by trying to put them down. Obviously, their drug issues didn't have nothing with you trying to, like that man said, touch them. Obviously, their drug problem didn't stop you from doing what they said you did to them. Child, let me get on out of here. Y'all crazy. Ain't nobody took nothing out of no context. Y'all trying to blame these guys because they're on drugs and they're on meth and he's schizophrenic. Okay, so Lemon, why is this man saying that then? Why is this man saying that? Out of the blue. That man probably didn't even know you were taping him. That man probably didn't even know you were on a live. And you got your ass handed to you because that man read you for filth about what you was doing. Child by. Child by. I reviewed it myself. I heard it for myself. Rodney heard it for himself. Brian heard it for himself. People have heard it, and let me say this: when you first hear it, it's like, what? What did just happen here? And you like, oh my God. That's what you do when you first hear it. Now these people trying to explain it away. Child plot. You can't explain nothing away. You can't explain nothing away. You can't explain nothing away. It's a hot mess over there. Catherine, this is why I got my copy. I heard it. I know what was said. It was disturbing. It was so disturbing. I'm like, Lemon, you need to get off that alcohol and you need to take that video down. Now you can sit here, Lemon, and believe all of these people if you want to. Maybe these girls are setting you up. You can sit up here and get set up. But if I were you, I would take that video down. I would really leave these boys alone because they're gonna get you. And I don't know how they're gonna get you, but they're gonna get you. And I don't care what YouTube Cameron Tracy say. I never, child please, child please, child please. Again, you got people who now I'm getting ready to go there. You got people who always trying to explain things away. I'm not gonna go there. All I'm gonna say is Airbnb. All I'm gonna say is trips. And that's all I'm gonna say. Y'all can take it from there. Take it how you want to. Explaining that. Hold on for a minute, y'all. Baby, they trying to explain these girls trying to explain this away. Lemon, you messed up. You messed up, Lemon. I want to say the F word, but Lemon, you just messed up. You messed up. You messed up. What you tried to do was show out in front of your audience. You tried to show out for the panel. You tried to show out for the panel. You harassed and bullied that man to show out for your people. You got a thrill out of Lolo and all the people on the panel saying, "Stop, Lemon, stop!" And you got you was getting your whole life, and it was going well until that man said, "Don't touch me. You're always touching people." He talked about Eli. He said, "You are a whole weirdo. We got something planned for you." Girl, what not you not are you that thick? Are you that thick? That man said a lot of stuff. And I don't care. Nobody is trying to misconstrue anything. Lemon, stop drinking. Lemon, keep your freaking hands to yourself. Even if it wasn't SA, you still don't put your hands on people. Who the hell are you? And then you harassing and bullying that dude. We're hearing it. And it's not something that just happened. This has been ongoing. Child, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Now, Lemon, this is your doing. Stop blaming other people. You did this. You put this on video. You put this on your audio. You went and harassed that man. You did that. You did that. Don't get mad at the YouTube beef sector. You did this. And when it got real hot, you muted that microphone because you know that man might have said something else that was inflammatory. You did this. And now you want to say, oh, they drug addicts and they schizophrenic and they drug this is okay. So yeah, they drug addicts, but why are they so close to you? And why they feel so comfortable with you? Why they feel so like they can do whatever they need to do? Why are you up there handling them? Why do you put your hands on them? See, there's something you're not telling Lemon. Now you telling them they drug dealers and all of this stuff, and they this, but why are you touching them and why are you handling them? What is this? Because there's an element missing. So what is the element that's missing? Why are they so comfortable? They can go to your house. They can do all of this. Somebody had an overdose in your home. You said they were foaming at the mouth. Why? I ain't never had no drug addict foaming up in my house at the mouth. Ain't nobody said I touched them inappropriately. People on drugs steal stuff. Okay? And even though I'm not saying that, but the drugs make them do it. They gotta have it so bad that they steal stuff. That's why folks in drugs don't be coming over my house, honey, because they steal stuff. Let me tell you something. I had a friend, she was on drugs. And she said that she needed some sanitary napkins. And then she said, well, you ain't gonna let me in the house. I said, no. Because I said, as soon as you steal something, I'm gonna pop you in your jaw. And we ain't gonna be friends no more. So in order to keep this friendship intact, you gonna wait right outside here and we gonna get you some sanitary napkins. And then when I brought her the sanitary napkins, she said, these what I said, ain't that what you wanted? I'm not giving you the money. You said you needed pants and that's what you got. Are you gonna be ready for church Sunday? Okay. Not come on in my house. Let me wrestle. Let's wrestle and stuff. No, we ain't doing that. Girl. Child. Mm, 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 mm. Child, this is a mess. This is a mess. All right. I want to make sure if you all heard what I heard, press one. If you all think I'm taking this out of context, tell me I'm taking it out of context. I'm very honest right now because I know what I heard. I know what I heard. Did you all hear the same thing? Shakim even heard it, Pastor. He played it this morning. Okay. I know what I heard, y'all. I know what I heard. Am I overreacting? Is Tracy and YouTube camera right? If you say they right, I'm not going to be mad about it. I'm not going to be mad about it. But are they right? I just want to know. Because I heard what I heard. I heard somebody trying to talk loud so we couldn't hear it. Jay Dunn just hit the panel asking about the allegation she might call the cops on Lemon Child. I think also because Lemon knows these people will make essay out of a. I just want to know. I want to know. I heard what I heard. Hold on for a minute, y'all. Okay, y'all. Let me say this. Let me say this. I'm coming to the conclusion now that Lemon is not what we think. People think that Lemon comes off as this all American dude from California who drinks a lot, a little fraternity boy, right? Uh-uh. No, nope, 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 nope. Lemon is messy. Lemon runs plays. I see this. I see this now. And what's really bothering me now is that these people are so dude. Let me tell y'all something. When somebody says, "Don't touch me," you're always touching people, and I mean they're pissed off. That's real. And what YouTube camera and Tracy is trying to tell us that what we heard was not what we really heard. What they're trying to tell us is that we're taking this all out of context. But the context was just plain and simple. Now, I think it gets even worse when Lemon is trying to say that these were drug addicts well, why are you hanging with all these drug addicts and these people who are schizophrenic? And why are they saying that you're touching them? This is not a one-off. This is something that has been happening. And I don't think people understand that. And I want Lemon to go, A, get help with that alcohol and go talk to a therapist because something is wrong. And I guarantee you these boys are not really muscular, healthy, girthy dudes. I bet they real slim. I just feel it in my spirit. I don't know why, but I feel it in my spirit. I bet Eli ain't gonna be no bigger than probably about 150 pounds or less. Coffee Bean said I heard it for myself. Jay Wilson later. I'm not. I'm so done with Tommy. No. I'm moving right along. They moved past it when Jay Dunn hit the panel. Yeah, but it is what it is. He could be playing when he said, "Don't touch me." No, it's a bit. That's not playing. I'm sorry. And the man said, "You touch everybody." That's not a play, Itsy Bitsy. That's not a play. And I bet you that man didn't know he was recording. Y'all taking up for this man. Now let me say this, Itsy Bitsy. Let's say that Lemon is not a person who does this. You still called that man Michael Jackson. You still bullied that man. You still wanted to beat that man's behind, and you're gonna show out in front of the YouTube cameras for that man. And that doesn't look good for Lemon either. So either way you slice it, he don't come out looking good. It's a bitsy. He doesn't come out looking good. And then stop trying to blame the person who said that you did the transgression against him. Because that man sound very angry. That did not sound like a play to me. That sounds like I'm pissed off and we gonna get you. We got plans for you. That sounds real. Child, y'all playing. No, I saw it live. I mean, I didn't see it. I mean, you saw it live. I saw it. Somebody sent it to me. The bottom line is you should have left the man alone. Child, let me say this. I'm gonna tell it. I know what I heard. It sounds very, very disturbing. That man sounded like he was upset. He did not want to be touched. Lemon touched him and he freaked out. And he told it. That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. I don't think it was a play. Hey, Sabrina. So I'm hearing Lemon trying to explain this is, but what does that have to do with him touching the man? Okay. So the boy had another incident somewhere else, but what does that have to do with what happened yesterday when the man said, "Don't touch me"? That don't have nothing to do with that. Again, you're trying to. Oh my God, you're trying to do what the defense tries to do with the prosecution. You're trying to discredit the witness. That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to say that these are drug addicts. These people, da 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 da. So you're trying to discredit him. He already had an issue because he tried to do something to somebody else. So my thing is this: if this boy has predatory behavior, then why you with him again? Well, I mean, it does not make sense. And what you're doing is going down a rabbit hole. Because at the end of the day, what you're saying about that man has nothing to do with you touching him. The man said, "Don't touch me." You're always touching people. Even with Eli, you are a weirdo. The man said, "We got something planned for you." Does that sound like ooh, do you all see the foolery going on in these YouTube streets? Do you see the foolery going on in these YouTube streets? And these people are trying to tell you that they're trying to tell you you didn't hear what you heard, or what you heard wasn't what you heard. And let me talk about something. I know this story sounds far fetched. It does sound far fetched. Everything with you is far fetched. Everything with you is another story from another story from another story. I know you're still trying to explain. Hold on. YouTube camera lied about. Look, I'm not going there. But what they're doing, what YouTube camera and they're doing now is pretty much making light of these people addiction. And I'm not saying that these people don't have an addiction, but they're addiction. They have addictions. They're on drugs. They're on drugs. But what that man said has nothing to do with them being addicted on drugs. That man said what he said. And Lemon, why hang with people who have that strong addiction? It don't make no sense to me. And now they're trying to laugh it away and everything. No, 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 no. That man said, "You always touching us. You always doing XYZ." He mentioned Eli. He mentioned all of those people. But now y'all trying to tear them folk down saying they crack addicts and stuff. Okay, so what? Okay, they're crack addicts. But see, it makes Lemon look worse because, again, those people are most vulnerable. They're most susceptible to ill behavior and people treating them wrong because you know they're addicted. And that's the sad part about it. That's the sad part about it. And here they up there laughing and so on and so forth, and like people didn't hear what they heard. Child, child, making excuses, making excuses. And it's always something. You know, I used to say people just playing. They just don't like this man, or people just don't like this man. You know, da 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 da. But as more as I see it, see, first of all, I'm gonna be messy because I'm just messy. Period. Because I'm gonna tell you when I'm coming to be messy. But my thing is this: I don't play with stuff like this. When Brian said somebody had did something to him in that hospital, I'm like, okay, okay, that it stopped being funny now because and then Brian said the man quit. Now, yeah, Brian has a lot of lawsuits and stuff, and I know people, but still, in all y'all, some things are not play play. Some things is not play play, and this is not play play. And these men feel very comfortable with Lemon, but they know him. It seems like all the people who may be on drugs know him. It seems like Lemon is a whole lick over there, and nobody ain't saying nothing about that. See, that's what get me. Nobody ain't saying nothing about that, and that bothers me because it sounds like when you need something, go to Lemon. If you need this, go to Lemon. And Lemon, you did this to yourself. Nobody told you to keep that audio on. You called them at night. You said that man said you drink a lot. Well, Lemon, the man ain't lying. You drink. You drink all the time. And I guess the man, and we know it on YouTube, so I guess you drank in real life too. That's number one. You got mad at the man. Then you wanted to have words with that man. That man was apologetic. That man was trying to diffuse the situation. You kept on because you wanted to show out in front of your panel and you want to show out in front of your people, right? You keep on dealing with the man. Then you're going to go over there and beat the man up. Then the man said, don't touch me. The man said, don't touch me. And it went on from there. Now you're trying to act like we didn't hear what we heard. Now you're trying to say it's a play. Now you're trying to say this is a drug addict and these people on drugs and blah, 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 blah. And you remember Michael Jackson and he was, but you, it doesn't take away the fact that the man said don't touch him because you touch everybody. And that's what you don't understand. He is dumb not to remove it. Child, I don't know who was in Lemon bathroom. See, I don't even watch him enough. But baby, for the mere fact that you even think somebody was in Lemon bathroom is just bad enough right there. Child, please. Look, y'all, I'm getting ready to go. I got to get to work. This is sad. This is not funny. It is sad. It is not entertainment. And the sad part about it is you all up here covering for this grown man. First of all, you should have been disturbed that the man, you should have been disturbed. You should have been disturbed that the man would even assault somebody. Hold on for a minute. Somebody just sent me this clip. Slow down. Somebody just sent me this clip. Slow down. Lemon, you're lying. Lemon, you're lying. Somebody just sent me this clip. Slowed down. Lemon, you are lying. Lemon, you need help. You need help. And Lemon, if I were you, I would take that video off. I would lay low for a little bit because you're lying. You're lying. You're lying. You're lying. You're lying. Y'all, I'm gone. And I don't care what Tracy or YouTube cameras got to say. I know what I heard, and it slowed down. You're lying, Lemon. You're lying. And everything sounds off to you. I know this sounds crazy. I know this is no, Lemon. No, it sounds just like it sounds.
All right. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I'm gonna take this with me because I'm the only one on. Lemon, you lying, man. Come on, Lemon. Come on, go get some help. Go get off of them. You get off of them. That alcohol and whatever else you're on, and stop being a bully. And stop being a bully. You lying, man. You lying. You lying. Oh my God, you lying. And y'all, I'm serious. It's a whole. Oh, he's a whole bully. He's a whole bully, y'all. I'm listening to it slow, and that man is pissed off. It is nothing that saying this is a play. Ain't nothing saying that that's a play. It sounds like that man is seriously upset. Like that man is seriously mad at Lemon. Don't touch me. Now, you can sit here and say that these guys are drug addicts, and that could be true, but it don't give you any right to touch them. I'm back, y'all. And let me say this, y'all. I know some people don't like Shakim, and I've had bouts with Shakim, but some of this stuff brings things in perspective, and that's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Mm, 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 mm. I can't believe how they're trying to cover this. I don't believe how they're trying to cover this. I don't believe how they're trying to cover this. That man was upset. It was nothing that said play with this man. That man was really upset. That young man was pissed off. And we don't act like that, oh, it's a play now, or they're drug dealers. It's always an excuse. It's always them. They're drug dealers. They're this. So my thing is, why? I know they don't move past it. So I'm getting ready to log off of here, y'all. Um, I'm seeing a lot. I'm seeing how people are. I'm seeing how people um, protect their idols. I see how they protect their idols. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, y'all. But we didn't see what we saw. We didn't hear what we heard. We're imagining that. We're imagining that. We're imagining that. Yeah, we're imagining those things. And my thing is this: even in the midst of this, I'm not calling Lemon out of his name, but I'm telling Lemon that you need to go get help. Because that drinking is not helping you. And this ain't a good look. And I don't care what these people say, Lemon, it is not a good look. It's not a good look. All right, y'all, I'm out.